Hey there guys, welcome back to Mana Down Under. First video, we're doing a Commander deck idea on your boy, God Eternal Kefnet. Kefnet is a bomb second time round. Now, this deck is very competitive, very cheek clapping, red raw, it's good. But like all Commander deck ideas, this is just me brainstorming, talking about the deck ideas. No hardcore deck list here because I like to leave variation for other players and plus I'm lazy. So, the new Kefnet, 4 mana, 4/5 flyer, zombie god, cool keywords, with very interesting mechanics. First paragraph, you may reveal the first card you draw each turn as you draw it. Whenever you reveal an instant or sorcery card, copy that card and you may cast a copy. The copy costs 2 less to cast. Okay, that's a lot of build around already there. Second paragraph, whenever Kefnet dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library, third from the top. So it's kind of a way to avoid command attacks. So very quick breakdown. First part of the card, first paragraph. Whenever you draw your first card for the turn, it can be your opponent's turn and your turn. So if you can find a way to draw on their turn, you might get to copy and have free cards. Also, you cast the copy. The original copy does go back to your hand. So you reveal it, you copy it, and you put it into your hand. So you're getting double value out of anything you hit with Kefnet. Really abusive. And don't forget the double reduction. You're taking 2 generic mana off the cost. Now, quickly, you'll obviously be running great instant sorcery control and removal, and plenty of extra turn spells. That's how most people are going with Kefnet. Have infinite turns in this deck very easily. And if you make all your extra turn spells cost 2 less, your opponent's going to cry a little bit. The next part, the third of your library, generally I was like, oh, yeah, it's a way to avoid paying your command attacks, but you have to wait a few turns to dig your commander up again. But in this deck, mono blue, you're drawing and you're manipulating your deck so much, you'll get your commander every time. So pretty much Kefnet can avoid command attacks altogether. This is a very scary mono blue commander. I'm in the process of actually getting the pieces together right now, so a lot of these ideas I've brainstormed here today I'm using in my deck. So I want to try something different. I want to go through the win conditions first rather than talking about the rest of the deck. That way you can kind of get the idea of what the deck wants to do or how it's going to win, and then we'll just back that up with the rest of the deck. So first win condition, Aether Flux Reservoir is easy in this deck. It works like a storm mechanic. Every time you cast more and more spells on the turn, you gain more life, then more, and then more. You just pay the 50, dome someone for 50 damage. When you've got tons of cantrips like Brainstorm, Ponder, Opt, and all your counter spells nice and cheap going off, you can cast 4 or 5 spells in a turn, quite easy. Mill. Like I say in a lot of my videos, I like to put pressure on my opponent from different angles, just increase your odds of winning. So Mill is very viable in the deck. You do a ton of draw, so things like Sphinx's Tutelage and Corrosion like easy in the deck. You just put so much pressure and strain on your opponent. Or, just simply traumatize, make them weep. I hate traumatize. Every time it happens to me, I cry a bit inside. But when I do it, I get a little bit excited. Also, God Eternal Kefnet is a beast, like a 4/5 flyer for 4. Pretty good stats. Now, things like Runechanter's Pike and Blackblade Reforged can make Kefnet a genuine threat in the air. Add a bit of evasion or blocking, or all the control in your mono blue deck. Your opponent probably can never block Kefnet, and you will just kill him with commander damage, so that is an option too. We might be mono blue, but we can generate a token army out of nowhere. Talrand, Memmering Mystic, Dostin, and Metallurgic summonings. Every time you cast any instant sorcery, here's another token, another one, and another one. The only thing to watch out for is Metallurgic summonings can be an absolute headache on the board. You've got all these different size tokens. You've got a 1/1 here, a 3/3 here, maybe a 7/7 here, and make sure you got pen and paper with you on that one. Now you can try and deck yourself to win. Laboratory Maniac and Jace are viable in this deck. We are drawing that much. We can have infinite turns and just draw our entire deck and win that way as well. It's just a free win in the deck. Side note, the new Jace supports this commander really well with the +1. Target player mills 2 and then draws a card. Well, if your commander's third in your library after being killed or exiled, you mill the 2 cards off the top and then draw your commander. It works really well. Now the big win condition which everyone's excited about this commander, infinite turns, and it's really easy to pull off. So the general setup is you draw any extra turn spell, Kefnet sees it, you reveal it, you may cast the copy for 2 less. So let's say you draw Time Warp. Casting Time Warp for 3 mana to have an extra turn, you're nearly playing with power 9 at this point. Then the original copy goes to your hand, the copy resolves, you get your extra turn next turn. During your turn, do whatever you need to do, but you use Scrollwhack or Jace the Mind Sculptor to manipulate your hand back on top of your library. So Scrollwhack, for example, say I don't want this hand anymore, but your Time Warp's in it, set it to the side, draw a new hand, and then you may put that hand you set aside back onto your library in any order, making sure your Time Warp will be the first thing you draw so Kefnet can see it again. Same idea with Jace's Brainstorm mechanic. Very abusive, and this can be done with other cards in the deck. Speaking of which, Isochron Scepter works well with pretty much any card in this deck. Imprinting any instant onto it will give you tons of value, but the one a lot of people are talking about is Narset's Reversal. So you can put Narset's Reversal under it because it is a 2-mana instant, and it has copy target instant or sorcery spell, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets with a copy. So it kind of works the same way with Kefnet here. Kefnet will make the copy and the OG goes to your hand anyway. Narset's Reversal is doing the same thing. So with these two cards together, you can pretty much get double value out of every card in your deck, whether you want extra turns, double control, double removal. Pretty spicy, but Isochron Scepter tends to be good in every deck. It can be very abusive. Now let's go into deck manipulation because your deck really does care about this. We mentioned Jace and Skorak already, they're pretty good. Divining Top, what a beast of a card this thing is. So you can just pay 1 to look at the top 3, rearrange, but it also has tap, draw, and it uses the keyword draw. So Divining Top can always be used to set up your commander. Oh, it's so good. Soothing, really good enchantment. An uncommon too, that's like $5. You can pay X, look at top X cards in your library, and then rearrange them too. And if you don't like what you see, it is hefty, but you can pay 5 mana, shuffle your library, try again. Really good across the length of the game. And it's only 1 mana to cast it. Woo. Now onto the cantrips. Very important for the deck because it can alter the top of the deck, so Kefnet will care about it. But ones that can let you draw cards on your opponent's turn are very special, like Portent here. You can look at the top 3 cards of your library, or anyone's. You may put them back in any order, or shuffle the library, and then draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. So it's only sorcery, but you're doing it your own turn, but it guarantees you to draw on their turn, so Kefnet can trigger again on their turn. Brainstorm, it's a bomb. Ponder, again, look at top 3, rearrange them, then draw a card. So you can pick what Kefnet sees. Preordain, scry 2, then draw. You're trying to fix your odds in your favour. Telling Time, you can be a bit more selective. Long-term planning, 3rd from the top of your library. Again, you're digging through your deck very quickly, it's not a problem. Then Dream Cache with some of the best artwork. That dude looks baked. Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library or the bottom. But again, this fixes your extra turn spells in your favour. Halimar Depth is a land which lets us rearrange top 3, take them where you can get them. And of course, if you're doing all this manipulation, you might as well run Counterbalance. It gives you that much control over your opponent. Hopefully you'll counter most of their 1, 2 or 3 mana cards. Big ones, maybe not. Now the extra turn spells. We've already mentioned Time Warp for 3 mana extra turn. Now when you see these cards, try and think of a 2 mana reduction on them or more. So Expropriate, what a scary card. So Council Dilemma, starting with you, each player votes for time or money. For each time vote, take an extra turn after this one. For each money vote, you get to steal permanents. For, what would that be, 7 mana? Oh, the value is so real, you can have so many turns, and if it starts chaining up, you can have multiple turns, steal multiple things. Time Stretch for 8 mana, have 2 turns. Temporal Mastery is a good option if your commander gets knocked out of the game, because you can still manipulate your deck, try and get that miracle, and get a freebie. Khan's Temporal Sundering is a pretty good option in the deck. Kefnet will be out most of the game, and you do protect it pretty well, so the odds of it going out are easy. But you get to return 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hands, in addition to having an extra turn. Now if you have your infinite turns, you can use this to dismantle your opponent's board. Just leave them with the lands. Just a good option to get rid of threat you don't want to deal with. Next is a Fate. The problem that card was, still $20, and Beacons of Tomorrow are good options because they can keep going back to our library. Now into Control. This is the main meat of our deck. Removal is a godsend in blue, so we take what we can get. Pongify, Rapid Hybrid, and Reality Shift let us destroy and exile creatures. Out of the 3, I'll probably just run Pongify and Reality Shift myself. You can run Rapid, I just prefer the monkey artwork. For your non-creature control, things that can bounce permanents back are a great option. Start dismantling your opponent's board, and if you can copy these fields with your commander, you can start to make your opponent cry. Bard's Expertise, returning 3 artifacts to creatures, and then you can cast a freebie, the value is good. It's like Clone Rift, Commander staple, we know it. I really love Washed Out, and plus with the Dak Fane artwork of course. But you choose a colour, return all the permanents of that colour to the owner's hands. Just don't name blue, hopefully, but maybe 2, 3 activations of this, reset your entirety of your opponent's board, and for 2 mana through Kefnet, that's a pretty good card. Or, you know, the good old Capsize. You have a lot of mana to play with, especially late game, or if you're having infinite turns, you can keep affording that buyback pretty easy and just dismantle their entire board, even their basic lands. Counter spells are very important in a mono blue deck, who knew? But ones that can draw you cards are even more valuable because they will let you trigger Kefnet on your opponent's turns. So Remand, Arcane Dinar are great options. Your big multi-option cards work well too, Mystic Confluence and Cryptic Command. Again, they can draw you and counter spells on your opponent's turn, that's important. There are lots of other counter spells I haven't mentioned, but these four are just my quick preference that have the utility to draw cards and counter at the same time. A real sweaty tryhard deck would not be complete without good tutors. Spellseeker, the Battle Bond Bomb, try and say that fast. Great tutor for any instants or sorceries that are deck that are small. Mystic Tutor and Personal Tutor can put cards on top of our library so Kefnet can see them and copy them, even more value right there. And if you use Kefnet to copy a tutor, oh, it feels good. Or just even the simple Merchant Scroll. Get any blue instant out of your deck, you know, that's all of them. Now wrapping up towards support here, the deck's outlined what it wants to do very clearly. Infinite turns, mill, control, you know, the general blue good stuff all around. But we can use cards like Baral, Primal Amulet, the Medallion, even Jace's Sanctum to lessen the extent of the deck. It makes all that stuff a lot cheaper. Overall, these reduction cards offer a little more advantage than you normally get. In terms of draw for ourselves, other than our cantrips, Rhystic Studies works well because it will let you draw cards on your opponent's turn, and if you're drawing cards on your opponent's turn, Kefnet will see them. Finale of Revelation, I really like this one. A bit underpriced, I think. Big old draw spell, or if X is 10 or more, you can shuffle your graveyard back into your library, get all that gas again, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Hedron Archive and Mindstone, I've got them here for the same idea as Rhystic Study. Early game, ramp, mid-late game, sack him to draw cards on your opponent's turn so we can copy more things, or if you need to do it on your turn, same thing. There's plenty of other cards this deck could run. I'm thinking about Will Kenrith because of his ability to make instant sorceries and planeswalkers a lot cheaper. I really like Mu Yangling because she can make a creature unblockable, same idea with Thassa, so I'm thinking maybe with the commander damage route because Kefnet is a beefcake. I do like the idea of Arcane Melee. We do have more, well hopefully we'll have more instant sorceries than any other player on the table, so we should get most of the advantage, but it can always backfire on us. Precog Field, I think that's made for this commander, really. You can always look at the top card of your library. If it's instant sorcery, you can cast it. That kind of negates the whole trying to draw on your opponent's turn, because we can always cast on our opponent's turn then. And then I'm thinking for General Hate, maybe like Back to Basics and Torpor Orb, because they really don't affect us. This deck is majority going to be basic islands. There's not that many lands which are important to us unless you want to run greedy lands. In Torpor Orb, we don't really have creatures with enter the battlefield effects, so they'll do a lot more damage to our opponents than they'll do to us. So what do you think about Kefnet? This is just a good structure and outline to go for. I think the new Kefnet's going to be probably top 5 mono blue commanders just forever now. He's that strong, that much advantage. You still get the original copy of the card. That's the bit I missed first time I saw him during spoilers. I'm like, oh, that's cool. No, you make the copy and the OG printing goes back to your hand and you still cast the copy and then you can cast that original copy as well. Such value in this deck. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about Kefnet. I think it's a great commander all around and I'd like to see what other people think. What other combos can we squeeze into this deck? I think Infinite turns out probably the best option for most people, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down below guys and have a good one. See ya. As always, thank you to our patrons. These guys are the building blocks for Mana Down Under. They make the channel what it is. If you'd like to become a Patreon and see the benefits, the link is down below. And thank you again guys for your support. Thanks for watching guys. Please remember to like and sub and click the bell icon for notifications. It's greatly appreciated. And if you have any deck or video ideas, just suggest them down below. And have a good one guys.